and welcome to Griffon Update. I'm Brooke Anderson.
And I'm Tommy Marshall. Griffon Update is our student-produced digital magazine show bringing you news, sports, and information from Missouri Western State University and the surrounding region.
During each program, we will present an in-depth look at the people, places, and events that make Missouri Western and the Northwest region of Missouri a great place to call home.
On today's show, we'll inform you of a new program coming to Missouri Western that will give students the opportunity to get involved and really give back to the community.
We'll also get into the holiday spirit by checking out how one local business recently got ready for the Christmas season.
And of course, Amari Martin will join us for her sports report.
But first, let's learn more about what happened at Missouri Western's recent 48-hour film festival. Reporter Jesse Edson has the story.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start rolling. Everybody ready?
During the month of October, Missouri Western hosted its annual 48-hour film festival. Teams of students, alumni, and community members all took part in the festival. Participants were required to make a short film in just 2 days. This year, 12 teams entered the contest, with only 8 making it to the final cut. Zach Pappenberg was one of the many students to take place in the festival.
My first year, I went from script supervisor, and then every year after that, I was either editor or director of photography. I kept that, I guess I could call it a tradition, going on for about 3 years. And then this year, I was the director of photography. For the first year, I was the writer, and I was also the assistant director.
For Chris Rail, a Western alumnus, this was his 5th year taking part in the festival.
Yeah, this is my 5th year, and it was fun because I had a guy on my team that we've done 3 of the 5 years together. He's done all 5 years also, and another guy on my team has done 4 years with me together. So it was fun. It was fun being our last one, and we were all graduate together. So it was a really nice way to finish out.
As a former student, Rail said his experience was a little different this year than others.
I was excited because I've heard a lot of good things about the new students coming up, and the upperclassmen this year are really talented, and so I was really excited about competing against them this year.
For others, the 48-hour film festival was a new experience. Assistant Professor Robert Hansen was in charge of the festival this year.
I think it did go very well. Yeah, we had over 100 participants and 12 teams registered, which I think is I'm not sure, but I think it's probably the biggest participation we've had.
Hansen sees the festival as a sort of test of skills for students.
So I mean, it's putting you in a situation that it's not typical for production, but if you can handle the stress and if you can handle that kind of intensity in 48 hours, then it kind of makes other productions seem simpler.
Some of the films may have had the potential to go on to larger festivals.
One of the films, called Roommate Unwanted, won 7 of the 15 awards that we handed out. So that one, I think, was very successful, and that could definitely go on to other festivals.
Right. Rail, who helped produce Roommate Unwanted, has been involved with the festival since its origin with Dallas Henry 5 years ago. He is happy to see Hansen continue taking the festival in the right direction.
I absolutely love Robert. The only bummer for me is I only got 1 year under his teaching, because I think he's a really good teacher. He cares about the students, and he has a lot of knowledge. So I think it's like, as a department as well as the 48 and everything, I think it's just going to get better and better underneath him.
Hansen would like to expand the festival in the future to get more competition for his students.
I really want to get more community involvement and even have teams come up from Kansas City, because I would like for this to kind of be not just a Missouri Western event, but more of a regional event. Because it is, the more teams we can have and the bigger participation, or the more people that participate, I think the more fun it is for our students as well.
Rail believes that the students of Missouri Western are up for the challenge.
As you said earlier, I'm really excited about where it's going to go. These students, they're getting better and better every year. I competed actually against some of them in the KC48 this year, and they're good.
For Griffon Update, this is Jessica Edson.
Thanks, Jesse. That looked like it took a lot of hard work, but it also looked like a whole lot of fun.
I agree. Although I don't think I could go more than 48 hours without sleep.
I think we could do it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If students aren't losing sleep doing the 48-hour film fest, then they're definitely losing sleep by catching up on homework.
Ugh, I know what you mean. My homework is really starting to pile up.
Mine too. But you know where I like to go to get my homework done?
The library?
No, coffee shops. I actually checked out a few here in town and determined which are the best for those last-minute cram sessions. Coffee shops are often a popular hangout spot on favorite TV shows like Friends and Gilmore Girls, but they can also be a great place for any student looking to get off campus to study. Co-founder of Paradox Coffee and Theater, Brett Ryan, has some ideas on why coffee shops make such a great hangout spot among students.
I think what we all have in common is the caffeine to keep you up and hopefully focused. But a cozy environment, a place that's not quite as loud. I think any place that has a little bit of like a nook and cranny feel to the seating is going to help create a little study space. Yeah?
But Paradox tends to stand out from other coffee shops in the area.
So Paradox as an entity started about 3 years ago, just as the theater and event space. And in February, we opened up the coffee shop. It was always part of the plan to have the coffee shop in place, but we've incorporated it into the shows and everything since.
The coffee place has a unique spin on how they roast their coffee, and they do it right there in their own shop.
We go down to Kansas City to a place called Midwest Coffee Imports, and we sample maybe 25 coffees at a time. And out of those, we choose which ones we think we would like to bring in here.
Some other cool coffee shops in the area include Hazel's, Pronto Cafe, and Cafe Pony Espresso. So next time you feel like getting off campus to study, just go down to your local coffee shop. Reporting for Griffon Update, I'm Brooke Anderson.
Hey, those aren't bad. I may have to check them out sometime.
For sure. If you're interested, you can find out their information and directions on Google and or Facebook.
You know what? I think I'm going to do that now since it's time to take a quick break.
Mom, I'm hungry.
Welcome back. So Tommy, have you put your Christmas lights up yet?
No, not yet. I need to though. Why?
Well, because East Hills Mall just recently had their 3rd annual Christmas tree lighting and are ready for the season. Reporter Tanner Cobb has the story.
For the past 3 years, the East Hills Shopping Mall has conducted a tree lighting ceremony open to the public with other activities planned as well.
This is our 3rd annual tree lighting event. Once Steve Craig took over management of the shopping center, we instated these tree lighting ceremonies every year. So this is our 3rd one, and we're celebrating with Farkle from Disney's Girl Meets World. He's doing an autograph signing tonight. And then before you exit, we'll be doing a free concert, and Santa will be magically arriving here, and then we'll light the Christmas tree.
Disney star Farkle Minkus grew in quite the crowd of people. He loves his fans, so it wasn't as hard as you'd think to get him to attend this ceremony.
We just called his booking agency and asked him if he'd want to come out, and he said yeah, he loves coming out to malls and meeting all of his fans, and so he was really excited to come out and help us light the tree.
There was an up-and-coming boy band that played music for entertainment, and then Santa Claus arrived with quite a magical entrance.
Everybody say ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays!
As the night came to a close, people were very anxious to see the Christmas tree light up. The third annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony was a very eventful evening. This is Tanner Cobb from Griffon Update.
Man, if I wasn't in the holiday spirit before, I sure am now.
Yeah, they did a great job decorating.
Definitely. Now, it's my turn.
Yeah, well, as they say, Christmas is a time for giving. Missouri Western students will actually have the chance to volunteer and give back to the community through a new program called Griff's Give Back. Reporter Austin Bauer has the story and can tell us more.
Behind this office door is a world of opportunities to make the world a better place. Created by Brent Rosenhauer, Griff's Give Back is a program meant to connect students with volunteer opportunities.
Griff's Give Back is simple. It is an opportunity for Griffons at Missouri Western, either students, staff, or faculty, to give back to the community that made this university what it is today. I realized about a month and a half ago that there wasn't an opportunity for me to give back to the community through the university. I was trying to find a way to become more involved in volunteering, and I didn't see any resources available. In fact, the only resource the university had a month and a half ago was a short link on the CSI website that linked you to the United Way. For me, that wasn't enough.
Thus, Griff's Give Back was born. Rosenhauer then pursued some help from Missouri Western's student government for additional assistance.
So Brent approached me with this idea that he had to get Missouri Western students out in the community volunteering, and to get Missouri Western students and Missouri Western student organizations in contact with volunteering opportunities in the St. Joe area. And I thought that was a good idea, so I helped him get in contact with Shanna Meyer and really get the whole ball rolling.
And the ball has been rolling for some time now.
What's interesting about this office is that it has existed for about a month and a half now. It is an actual office. It's a physical space that if somebody came to it right now, I would present them with an opportunity to volunteer. It is operating right now. It has no budget, but it does have a desk, a table, and a meeting space, and that's really all it needs. What it happens from here on out is just additional resources to help the program grow.
One resource is an incentive meant to get registered student organizations volunteering.
The main way students are going to see the program enacted, especially in this next semester, is the volunteering program for RSOs. Right now there's a legislation in SJ that is an incentive for RSOs to put forth volunteers that give back to Missouri Western and to the St. Joseph area. That is the main embodiment of Griff's Give Back right now. But in the future, it's going to be a lot of different things, all focusing around the idea of giving back and helping those who need help in the community.
Griff's Give Back should make giving back even easier.
Yeah, I think it's good for Missouri Western as an institution to have support for volunteering because it really helps students get involved. It helps students know that giving back is something that they can do and that it doesn't have to be too hard to give back to the community.
It will definitely be in full swing in the spring semester, and from there on it will continue to grow.
This is Austin Bauer reporting for Griffon Update.
But if he did, I'll be real bummed.
Man, that looks pretty cool. Be sure to be on the lookout for more information regarding the Griff's Give Back program next semester.
So Tommy, the CME recently arranged to have some tribal dancers from Haskell University to perform at Missouri Western. Did you get to attend?
Sadly, no. What did I miss?
Well, reporter Jessie Johnson will fill you in as she was there and has the story.
Here at Missouri Western, the Center for Multicultural Events works very hard each semester to put on educational events for the students and the community.
Basically, us program assistants, we help in organizing events, multicultural events on campus that go on in regards to special months along the semester of the school year.
During the fall of 2016 semester, the CME hosted the Haskell University Tribal Dancers, who performed their native dances along with educating students about their cultures and specific tribes.
Events for LGBTQIA month, we had events for Hispanic Heritage Month, and this will be an event in regards to the American Indian Heritage Month. And
the CME's goal is to bring awareness about cultural issues to the students on campus. It's important for students to have as many educational experiences as they can, and the CME is more than happy to provide that.
I'm an international student as well, so I didn't come to the United States just to study and just get an A. I also come here to actually engage in the culture, the multicultural diversity that we have in the United States as well, and it's pretty great.
Each student took turns explaining what tribe they represented and their customs, traditions, dances, and clothing, and how it has evolved with modern times. There was a good turnout for the event with students and community members in attendance. Students were encouraged to ask questions and to be fully involved with the learning experience.
In light of what's going on in South Dakota, I was just really interested to learn more about Native American peoples and about the different tribes and stuff.
The event was engaging, and students were surprised by the things that they discovered, such as the variety and differences between all of the tribes that were represented.
And I think it's really cool that they're all gathering together at Haskell to learn about each other as much as learn a bachelor's degree or an associate's.
Upcoming CME events can be found in students' weekly update emails and on the Missouri Western website. For Griffon Update, I'm Jessie Johnson.
Oh, that looked awesome. I'll definitely have to check out the next event.
For sure. Hello, Amari. Can you tell us what's been going on with Missouri Western sports?
Well, after this quick break, I'll give us a brief recap on what happened during the fall semester in athletics.
I'm very sorry.
Please don't say that. Please don't say that.
Your brother suffered critical head trauma, extensive cerebral hemorrhaging. We did everything we could. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
It's all my fault. Shouldn't have driven.
You should have left the driving to someone else. The test showed a significant level of alcohol in your blood. We've contacted your family. They should be arriving shortly.
Welcome to Griffon Update Sports. I'm your host, Amari Martin. As the fall semester comes to an end, we must recap the seasons of all the fall sports. Griffon soccer had an outstanding season, setting a new program record of 11 wins. The Griffon soccer season came to an end in the first round of playoffs as the Griffons finished their season 11-7-1 overall. Griffon volleyball finished their season 17-15 and 9-10 in the MIAA. They also had 5 players named to the All-MIAA teams for the 2016 season. Griffon football unfortunately did not finish their season as planned. The upset loss to rival Northwest Missouri State dropped the Griffons to 4-7 overall. Its first 7-loss season for the program since 1991 and the first 5-game losing streak since 1995. Following the upset loss to Northwest, Coach Jerry Partridge was relieved of his coaching duties. Partridge was the head football coach at Missouri Western for 20 years. This season, he actually celebrated his 20th anniversary coaching for the Griffons. The search for a new head football coach is underway. For more information on Griffon athletics, check out gogriffons.com.
Thanks, Amari. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. You can watch our show on MWSU TV Channel 12.
You can also catch us on the Griffon Update Vimeo and YouTube channels and the Missouri Western Student Media homepage.
For all of us here at Griffon Update, thank you for watching.